Welcome to Social Media Marketing. My name is Tyra Burton, and today we're going to be talking about SEO. It's an update. Now, I know you've already sat through one lecture about SEO, but it's so important that I wanted to make sure you were up to date on the latest things. So that's what we're going to do with this little presentation, and it won't take too long. So anyway, let's get started. The first thing I want to talk to you about are SERPs. I'm not sure that I actually mentioned this word in the presentation about SEO, which was bad of me. SERPs are search engine results pages, and this is the term that you'll hear used by SEO and people that are doing paid search or search engine marketing, SEM. So this is those results pages you get when you go to Google and you type something in and get your results. They continue to change, and they're wanting to bring consumers information that they want quickly, and those really are the keys. That one sentence sums up search engine and search engine marketing and paid ads all around, wanting to bring consumers information that they want quickly. Meta description tags are increased in length now. That's one of the new changes that they've done on websites. So in those descriptive tags that you can't see when you go look at a website but are in the data, they're now allowing us to use, I think, about twice the amount of words that we could in the past. And rich data is also included in your SERPs results, which is really important. Now, I wanted to look at a few things that I wanted you to know about SEO. Now, the next is RankBrain, and this is Google's artificial intelligence system. It processes search results and is an AI. And guess what? It's used to handle a lot of search results. It's the third most important ranking factor, and its purpose is to better understand natural conversational language because we're doing so much more search using things like Siri and Alexa and Hey Google to process stuff. Matter of fact, my Alexa just lit up on my desk wondering what I want. That RankBrain helps those searches become better because its purpose is to understand that conversational language. So this voice search is a tremendous driving factor in RankBrain. So it's definitely used to handle ambiguous and unique searches as well. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is Schema, and Schema is super important in terms of how things look in search when you make it into those first SERP pages. Now, Schema is a structure of a website, how things are put together, and it helps you to find elements of your website. Think of it sort of like when you go to create a Word document and you can say, hey, this is a title, this is a headline, this is body copy. That's the sort of things that you can do with Schema as well on a website. So it defines all those elements. It's universally understood. It's easier for all kinds of web crawlers to search and to understand your site better. And it allows for rich snippets, which get you better click-through rates. So you can look over on the right-hand side, and I searched for SEO Trends 2017. And you can do this today with 2018. It will come up almost the same. And you'll notice that it gives me a little part of this article from Forbes, the 7 SEO trends that will dominate in 2017. And it gives me a title, and then it starts giving me some bullet points. And that's because Forbes uses the Schema setup for its website. So it can have this rich snippet that I'm more likely to click on than one of the ones below it. So Schema, especially if you have something where you're providing a lot of news, you have a lot of content that people are going to be looking for on a daily basis, you might want to think about Schema. Now, outside of having our content structured correctly, speed is tremendously important, and it certainly matters to Google. And the more that we're on our mobile devices, the more speed will matter. Google thought it was so important they introduced the AMP project, Accelerated Mobile Pages, to help you get this done. Slow load times hurt user experience, and user experience is all about what Google wants. They want a good user experience, or high quality, as they often say. So make sure that your site does load quickly. Matter of fact, if there's things that don't load quickly, you need to think about how to make it load faster. So there's a couple of things from Google that you need to be aware of. In the past, they've done a lot of updates like Hummingbird, Pigeon, Panda, that we've talked about, and they all had a certain focus. Like Pigeon was really focused on geographical. There's another one called Mobilegeddon back in 2000. 15, I think, when they said, hey, your website is either mobile friendly or it's not. And you knew why your site dropped in search rankings. With core updates, that's not the case. They don't have a focus, but they can change any or all of the variables in that lovely algorithm. Now, because of that, this isn't about penalizing people. It's about rewarding sites that Google says are doing good things that just weren't getting bumped up enough. So this is that penalize versus reward. You could have a great site, but suddenly you got lowered in the search rankings. You didn't get bumped up. Another site got bumped up. Well, Google says it's because they were doing something right that they weren't getting rewarded for. Yours didn't get lowered. They just happened to have something else. So interesting way to look at it. Google says they're rewarding sites. So trying to turn it to the positive. But what it does point out is that you always need to keep updating your site and being on the cutting edge of what Google's looking for and putting out material that consumers want. And that's really what will help you. Google encourages us to have a focus on 4 things on our websites: user intent, having quality content, having a clean architecture, not having bad links, dead pages, and to follow Google's guidelines, which are quite extensive, but really good. They do give you a lot of hints about what Google's looking for. But if you focus on user intent and quality content and keeping your website clean, you'll be taking care of a lot of the things that are in the Google guidelines. So that's where you should focus. Now, I've got a couple of parting thoughts in terms of SEO. Content remains king. Still beware of keyword stuffing, but content and providing quality information is still going to get you ranked higher than if you don't, so do. Now, long form, dense quality content is going to be queen. We are seeing this over and over again. So 1,500 plus words, even up to 2,500 words, are starting to make inroads into SEO, and Google is really rewarding it, saying that that's high quality content, that's value added content. But if you're going to make those long form, dense posts, make sure that you're doing them about micro moments that your consumers and your target market think are important, because that's where you'll really get the most bang for your buck. And links still matter. Links coming into your site do matter to you, but they need to be quality and they need to be relevant. And of course, mobile is increasing and it's changing search, and it's going to continue to change search. So make sure that you're in the moment on mobile particularly. And there, as I said numerous times, there's this increasing need to understand what consumers need. That's what we as marketers should be doing. But if you remember back to the last slide where I said user intent, well, that's what this is all about. And it's all about going back to those micro moments and 0 moments of truth that will help you understand that, so you can provide quality content for your users, for Google search engines to find and send people to. Anyway, that's your kind of basic guidelines for SEO and a couple of updates. I hope you enjoyed this quick video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.